Good afternoon, good evening, wherever you may be. This is Concerned Christians Outreach once again. We are inviting you to this important talk as it affects and it matters in the decision whether you will be with Jesus in his everlasting kingdom. Remember that children are gifts from God. They are not yours. You are the caretaker. And on the day of judgment, God is going to ask you what you have done with the children he has given you. So, if you have been very careless about the manner of parenting you have been doing, it is right time for you to think wise and change. God will help you. Remember once again, Jesus is coming back to take his anointed people to his everlasting kingdom. That is the message from God to you. And your family, and you manage it, and your children be part of the family, will be part of what will be considered. Going with Jesus Christ to the everlasting kingdom will not be on a platter of gold. God wants you, God wants me to be with Jesus Christ in that everlasting kingdom. Last week, or during the last episode, we started with parenting. Parenting is an important topic that everybody should take interest in. You see all over the world, especially Africa and Nigeria here, children that are not properly brought up, even when they are educated, you see them as nuisances in the society. Some are lucky to hold responsible positions, but they still make a mess of it because they have not been properly guided or trained to be able to pass this over to the next generations or to people who are after them. So, if you want our society to be free, to be peaceful, it is necessary for every parent to know that good parenting is necessary. You must take care of your children. But my dear listeners, when somebody who is not well trained, brought up, has children, what is she going to pass on to her own children? That is where the danger lies. So today, we shall continue with parenting, and perhaps we shall be able to know what we mean by parenting. Parenting or child rearing is the process of promoting and supporting the physical, emotional, social, and intellectual development of a child from infancy to adulthood. We could also say that parenting refers to the intricacies of raising a child and not exclusively for biological children alone. Now, there are different types of parenting. We can talk of good parenting. We can talk of bad parenting. Today, let us look at good parenting. When we talk of good parenting, this involves a great deal of consistency and routine, which gives children a sense of control. You are not to say this today, then tomorrow you change it. You have to be consistent with what you are saying. So, good parenting focuses on developing independence in children. That the child should be, you think about the future so that the child can live on his own. So when you are training, you have to focus on developing independence in your children. Good parenting involves a style that considers children's age and stage of development. The way you will handle a child of 10 years will not be the same way you will handle a teenager. The way you will handle a baby of 6 months or 3 months is not the same way you will train a child who is 6 years old. So when we talk of parenting, you have to think about the age and stage of development. That is it in the baby stage, youthful child, adolescent stage? That is, there is a match between expectations, discipline, and resilience. Resilience building strategies and children's developmental age. Good parenting aims at socializing kids. When we say of socializing kids, you have to give them good home training. When they see visitors, they should greet them, be loving to them. Good morning, ma. Good morning, sir. Yes, sir. Then they should be friendly with their peers who live with them, their classmates. You have to socialize them. Good parenting develops a growth mindset in kids rather than a mindset that says that a child's intelligence is fixed. We must know that the intelligence is growing. The way he thinks when he was 6 years will not be the same he will think when he's 10 years. So you must put that into mind. Good parenting focuses on encouragement over praise. You are not that you will be praising, but you encourage him. When he does something very well, you encourage him to continue doing it. Consequences over punishment. If he does something, the next thing is not for you to punish him. Let him understand that by doing this type of thing, it is not good. This is what you should do. Punishment should not be the first thing. And cooperation over obedience. This ensures parenting matches the times in which we live now. Good parenting insists that kids help at home without being paid. If you are doing something, then your child does not assist you. That is bad. But if there's anything you are doing, and you make your child to take part in it, not that he should go and isolate himself. Go and isolate himself as if he's not part of the whole show. So we should make sure that our children help us at home. Let them sweep, whatever they can do to help at home. Not that you leave everything to the houseboy or steward. When they are cooking, your child sits in a room watching television or playing with an iPhone and all those things. And no wonder you see some children, some ladies, when they are married, they don't know how to do anything. They can't cook. Some even find it difficult to wake up at the right time. Because at home, they could sleep as much as possible. The houseboy is busy working, or the house guy is busy working, getting things ready for them. So, my dear listeners, for good parenting, if you have to insist that kids help at home without being paid, don't say, if you sweep, I will give you sweet. No. It is his duty to do it. Make him know that it is his duty to do it, and he's not going to be paid for it. So that they learn to be givers, not takers. So, my dear listeners, as I said earlier, it is good for us to train our children. God expects us to do this. It is our duty, and we must do it. That child you claim to be your child is not your child. You are a guardian. God is the owner of that child. And on the day of judgment, He is going to ask you, what have you done with the child I put in your care? My dear listeners, let us be watchful. Let us think about what we have been doing with our children. God will help us.